You will never find the leadership of the EFF in corrupt scandals, including VBS. They are trying by all means to link us to the VBS scandal. You know who expelled me from the ANC? It's Cyril Ramaphosa.
We know that.
Derek Harnekom recommended 5 years. Cyril said expulsion. Do you think that Cyril, if he comes across authentic, legitimate information that I'm corrupt, he will leave me to live for 30 seconds? He will not do that. He never doubted, not for a second, when he got an opportunity to cut my head in the ANC. Why would he play with finishing Malema now? Do you think that this capital that controls the judiciary, the prosecuting authority, and the hawks will sit back and allow this troublesome Malema to continue without being arrested if this Malema is corrupt? They control the intelligence. They can get into my accounts. They can get into my wife's account. They can get into my phone, by the way. So they know everything about us. Why are they not arresting this corrupt Malema if he was corrupt? Why are we not asking ourselves that question? Can this Malema be so smart to outsmart the intelligence, including the president and everybody else, including capital in the mines? Remember, mine bosses don't like me. The bank bosses don't like me. These people would have come together at some point and said, let's finish this guy. They wouldn't, because I'm not corrupt.
All right. Talking about issues of outsmarting each other, I'm wondering about the meetings, the reported ongoing meetings between yourself and the leadership of the ANC about the land question. What discussions are taking place there?
Well, we're discussing the phrasing as to what should go into the constitutional amendment. We've had our members in parliament who are seized with this matter, meeting with members of the ANC who are seized with this matter. They seem not to be making huge progress. And as a result, I called the DSG of the ANC. And in less than a week, she had already given us a green light that there could be officials aside from the EFF and the ANC to discuss these matters. I must say that her work ethics is something else. We have not seen such a thing in a long time in the ANC. We have written to ACE long before asking for a meeting to discuss this. Till today, there's never been a professional response. But the DSG of the ANC, very consistent, very responsive, and she's not all over. She's very clear what needs to happen.
So as a result, a meeting is set for tomorrow, Wednesday?
Well, I wouldn't confirm that, but I know for sure that we'll be meeting very soon.
Yeah. Yes. All right. Well, the sticking points here, very quickly on this issue, is zero compensation.
No compensation at all.
And the issue of state custodianship.
Yes.
There you are steadfast that the state must own the land, although the party, the ANC, says it has to be certain portions of the land.
We disagree with that. We are owning water, only. The state is the custodian of water. Have you ever felt in your entire life, when that your water that comes out of your tap doesn't belong to you, even when it is owned by the state? Not once have you ever felt that this water doesn't belong to me. No, we are talking minerals. The minerals of this country, the custodianship of gold, diamond, are in the hands of the state. And before that, these things were in the hands of private multinational companies. We went to take them from those people. The state owned those things. The mines are now applying. If they do not comply with the regulations, we can withdraw the license. So, what is the problem? We want the state to do what it has done with water and minerals to the land.
All right. So, I spoke to Matthew Sposa this morning,
yes,
who says this matter is one that should never be politicized. And I was asking him a question linked to what the chair of the ad hoc committee in Parliament, Matole Matsekga, is saying, that if this is allowed to fail, then we are certainly taking South Africa to something that will look like what happened in Zimbabwe. What would a compromise look like in your eyes on this issue of land?
Custodianship is a compromise. Remember, the EFF position is that the land must be nationalized. We're not saying the land must be nationalized. When it is nationalized, it is the state that takes the land and uses it for the benefit of all. The custodianship means that where your house is, where your factory is, where you have built your offices, where your farm is, remain as is, as long as its purpose has been clearly outlined to the state. Then the state can proceed to allocate portions of land to those who want to use it for a particular purpose.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. I'd like to move to the Political Party Funding Act.
Do you know how many title deeds are here in South Africa? 7 million title deeds. Or majority of them are owned by white people. Every time we speak, people say, what about the title deeds of our people? Our people don't have title deeds. Even those ones in Soweto, even those ones in Sishe where I come from, they don't have title deeds. That's why when they are given title deeds, it's a celebration. Where have you ever seen whites going to a celebration to receive title deeds? They wouldn't do that because they've got them. Our people do not have title deeds. And when you say, when you take the land to the state, you are taking the land from our people who have title deeds. We want our people to have lands with their title deeds. Our people do not own land.
And that's why, Mr. Malema, this whole issue of land makes sense to the people when that very moment you talk about the celebration when a title deed is given to you in the hand. But standing in the way of that right now is the back and forth between yourselves and the ANC and other parties in Parliament.
No,
because there's a deadline.
Standing in between that, our people don't want a paper. Our people want land. Don't confuse the two. Our people went to the public hearings. They spoke for themselves. On this one, you are not going to cheat because we saw people speaking for themselves. They said the land must be in the hands of the state to benefit all. The land in Mozambique, where Afrikaners are going to now, is owned by the state. They are going there, where they know that the state owns the land, but they can't allow it here. The same way, they are prepared to partner with the state in Botswana to own diamonds, but they can't partner with the state in South Africa to own the minerals of South Africa. What is wrong with us? They are prepared to do certain things outside this country. When we ask them to do the same things in this country, they refuse because we're weak and we're led by the weak.